So there is a call for more job creation opportunities because the unemployment rate is low. um, I thought about that yesterday for a minute, and my conclusion was, is it really? Do we look at work based on our country, or do we base it on what the countries aside from Africa would perceive as doing working, being employed? And a good example is simple. If someone in the rural areas, they have their field, they're plowing, and oh, she's talking loud on purpose. Anyway, so they are plowing in those fields. I met a dude once. He was like, you know what? I found him drunk. He was like, as drunk as I am right now, when I wake up in the morning, I wake up at 5, by 6 I'm in the field and I am walking. And I'm like, okay. So after that, the rain comes, and then crop yields. It's time to take their crops. There's cattle that they have to take care of, and that isn't considered employment, even though that family, it's basically a form of family business. So it's not considered employment because there isn't a payroll. There isn't a mechanism where he is rewarded with money, physical money. But some people sell mango. They sell their mango. With that money, they go buy new clothing or whatever it is that they need for that time. And a lot of people from the villages, as they are called, I prefer the rural areas, they get employment, become teachers, and they get more money, and they improve the infrastructure of the homestead, right? Now there's electricity, and at least where I come from, there's electricity, flashing toilets, and that is one benefactor. But the guy that isn't a teacher isn't necessarily useless. Isn't he doing work that still sustains and feeds? Do we need to go into the consumer market fully in order to appease that particular concept? And I think not. And simply because money is a bartering tool. You use money to barter. If you have, let's say, some people who have, let's say, when a housewife, and she takes care of the house, that is extremely beneficial to that house, because you don't need to hire others to do what she's doing except to complement certain aspects of it. So, looking at job creation, I myself steadfast believe that innovating on certain concepts and principles and traditional methods of business today is one of the good ways to create new jobs, as opposed to following the same trends using the same methods. That's one of the ways to create jobs. Not necessarily trying to do what other countries are doing or how they are doing it and so forth, but innovating on what we have here, because you have to make do with what you have. So making it more effective, more efficient, to the point where you can then hire people, other people. That is job creation. And with the sparsity that we have, and the unspoken myth that jobs are mostly only invented because they don't branch out, or don't think they can branch out in the age of technology. That does vex me to an extent, but job creation is a priority, but it's a priority that is looked at from the local perspective as opposed to the international perspective, because that distorts and discourages people from engaging in job creating endeavors. So it's Monday. Have a lovely Monday.